Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here's another cool little project. So we're gonna check out the selfie quality on this iPhone 15 Pro. Then we're gonna use the rear camera, okay? And then we're gonna move over to the Canon. So we're gonna print out photos for the selfie camera, the rear camera, and the Canon camera. Keep in mind that the selfie camera on the phone is the same type of specifications that you would get on an iPad selfie camera, okay? We're not gonna be using the flash. We're gonna come right over here and then print out the photos and check out the quality. Let's go ahead and have some fun. First pose. We're gonna keep the lighting the same. We're not gonna use any filters. Cool. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and print now. Okay, and I'm gonna tap to finish. You guys are gonna hear this printer go off in a few seconds. Now we're gonna exit the app. This is Snapic, by the way. If you guys use the affiliate code in the bottom, you guys will get 10% off on your monthly subscription. So I'm gonna switch to camera and I'm gonna use the back camera right here. There, boom, boom, same thing. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab a marker. I think I have a marker here somewhere. Do I have a marker here somewhere? Or a pen? Yeah. I'm gonna grab the pen so that I can label the other photo here. And I'm gonna call it selfie. All right, that way we can know exactly how the quality is gonna differ. Okay, so now we're gonna use the rear camera, which is a camera that has a bigger sensor. This camera right there. Let me just go ahead and press tap to start. 1, 2. Okay, I'm gonna come back around, hit that, print, tap to finish. Okay, now I'm gonna connect the phone to the Canon by using a USB Type-C right in there like this, just like that. So you guys see that? And then I'm gonna hit exit. I'm gonna put in my code. And then I'm gonna go to configure camera. I'm gonna turn on the Canon camera here. Yep, it's on. The phone acknowledges it, so I'm gonna go right here. And what I can do now actually is I can turn this phone back around so we can check out the settings. Okay, so now we're gonna take a photo with the Canon. What I love about this is that we'll be able to check out the settings on the Canon to get ideal images. So let's see, the ISO is set to 500. Do we want to keep it at 500? So you guys can see. So I'm going to keep the ISO and I'm going to share these configurations with you guys too. Maybe it'll help you guys out. So instead of general, right, I'm going to come over to image and then autofocus during countdown. Yes, I want that. And autofocus during capture. Yes, I want that as well. Use capture settings for live preview video. This is going to be up to you. This just means that whatever settings you have set up on your mirrorless camera, those same settings are going to reflect right up here. So it'll give you a realistic expectation as far as how the photo is going to come out as far as lighting goes. So for example, right now current is 2500. So that means that here, I'm going to go here, and then for the photo, say for example I want to choose 500. You see how it got dimmer? So this is exactly how dark the photo would come out if I leave my ISO at 500. You guys can see that right there. And quite honestly, that's very low as far as lighting goes. For the photo, for the aperture, because this camera has a Sigma lens, I can go as low as 1.1. So you guys can see I'm gonna go to 1.1 right there, 1.1. And then for the shutter, it's on a tripod, so 200 is a little high. I can go as low as 80 because I'm not gonna be moving around a lot and it's on a tripod. So that'll bump up the light a little bit, as you guys can see there. But for the ISO, I'm not too happy at 500, so I'm gonna go over to 800, and let's see how much lighting we have now. I think that lighting right there is a lot better. So let's just go with that. I'm gonna go to start, still, same thing. Okay, I'm gonna get ready to pose. There's 1. 2. Cool, and then I'm gonna go to print as well. And then let's go check out the photos. Okay, so this one, and then I'll take these photos over to the light so you guys can see rear camera. If you guys liking this video and me showing this to you guys, please hit the like. And this is gonna be the R7. So let's go examine these photos together here. What's this? Did I print out 2 photos accidentally? I might have. Okay, so let's come over to the light. Okay, so here are the photos, and let's see what points out to me. Okay, so right away, examining this photo right here. Okay, now we're gonna examine this photo right here. And then we're gonna examine this photo right here. And it's very evident, and you guys can see just by the bokeh effect in the background, that this photo right here was shot by the Canon R7, just by the colors, the detail, and the blurry background. So yeah, that's the Canon R7. Now, as far as rear and selfie goes, okay? Let's pay attention to some of the detail here. Okay, so I feel that this photo that I'm looking at right now has more detail. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose that this photo right here, let me try to zoom in. Just given the amount of detail, I'm gonna say this is the iPhone with the rear camera. And of course, then leaves this one being the phone with the selfie camera. And I'm looking at the colors, I'm looking at the saturation, but I'm also looking at the background. So let's see if I'm right. So I think that this was using the selfie camera. Yeah, got it right. So this is a selfie camera, and this was used with the rear camera of the phone. Because keep in mind, the rear camera, guys, has a larger sensor, so it's going to get a lot more light inside. So your face, well, my face in this case, has more detail than, you know, this face right here. This one looks a little softer, a little blurrier. This one looks sharper with more color. And then boom, we have this extraordinary, beautiful picture right here of your boy, David. Well, that's it for today, guys. I didn't use the flash because I wanted to make it really fair as far as if you guys are just thinking of putting a Canon camera inside of a selfie booth, okay? So a lot's happening right now. I'm not gonna talk about it because I learned that the universe tends to cause more friction when you are sharing some of the things that you're working on. So I'm not gonna share the details with you, but believe me when I say, guys, you are absolutely going to love what I have for you guys next video. Let's go ahead and talk about the quality on the 360 booth, guys. Let's get you those dope ass 360 videos, the highest quality.